I'm UPROOT Andy. I'm from New York, and I'm a DJ and a producer. Yeah, I'm often asked to describe my style of music, and I always try and put it in a different way because I really don't know. You know, a lot of people call it tropical bass, but really what I do is just try and be really open to all the different kinds of music that I like. I spend a lot of time listening to different things, and I try and take influences from all of those styles and use them in my own productions, so it really isn't limited to anything from the tropical areas of the world necessarily, but it does have a lot of kind of more traditional styles mixed with modern electronic music. I just follow my taste, I just follow my ear, and when something inspires me, I often want to remix it to kind of, you know, I don't know, modernize it for the club, for a club kind of environment, because the other kinds of music I play aren't, you know, old, and I'm not playing these classic sets, I'm playing modern electronic music, so, you know, from one to the other has to has to sort of work. So oftentimes when I start to do a remix, it's I don't intend to do so much to it, maybe add some bass and some stronger drums, but usually when I start, I get carried away and it becomes a more kind of creative process that is kind of a more collaborative thing, which is, you know, I like to just have fun with it, but I also like to kind of play up the parts in the music that are already there, or that to me, the parts that I already like in it. So what it also is a lot of times it's teaching me about, it's like a bit of a study in the kind of music that I'm working with. So oftentimes I start remixing in a style that I really don't know much about, but usually by the end, you know, I know quite a bit about it. At least technically speaking, you know, if not historically. There's a big difference in, I mean, I feel a big difference playing in Europe and playing in the US. But in general, in Europe, you know, there's definitely a different expectation in terms of the style of DJing and the kind of level of the tempos that you would play in. But even within, you know, even within Europe, there's often big differences, you know, between playing in Barcelona and playing in Berlin. You know, there's certain expectations that come from the styles of music that are dominant in places. So in Germany, you know, techno is a dominant force. So the style of DJing that comes in techno is a style where you play songs for a much longer period of time. You create kind of a longer arc, a more smooth transitioned you know, experience. Whereas, you know, in New York, hip-hop is kind of our go-to thing, you know, and in hip-hop it's much more, it's kind of more messy, more in your face, and it's definitely not this long arced thing. I mean, you just drop things, you scratch it up. So even when we're playing, you know, electronic music, I think we play with an ear to, or like an influence from hip-hop culture, whereas probably even when DJs are playing kind of tropical bass here in Germany, they might play with a more, you know, more influence from a techno style of DJing. Although of course there's a big influence also here in dancehall culture, and that's a much different style. Kind of surprised. It was really when I was playing it in gigs in Colombia that I really noticed, or you know, I could see for the first time that people really knew the song. Because, you know, of course I had feedback on the internet, but you can never, I don't know, I can never tell with the internet whether it's just like a niche little thing or whether regular people are really listening to it. So a few times I dropped the song in sets in Colombia and people were singing all the words, and so I could see, okay, this is something that's had, you know, more success than I would have expected. Yeah, I've been working on original music for, you know, for forever really, for a lot longer than I've been DJing and a lot longer than I've been remixing. But over the last few years, I've been sort of carried away in this remix tip. So I have never stopped working on original stuff, but I haven't really been finishing it and putting it out. I do intend entirely to do that, and I do have stuff coming soon, but I don't want to be specific because I'm not sure about the details. What is cult is what I haven't heard yet.